Yeah. All right. Welcome to another episode. This is the Free Ride Podcast, and thank you very much to all our viewers, and I really appreciate it. We are growing slowly, and thanks for all the likes, thanks for all the sharing, thanks for all the subscriptions, and we truly appreciate it, man. So today, by popular demand, I've got another guest who has been here, a friend of the show. This man's show was actually the biggest show on our platform, and people wanted to hear more from you, Mr. GERALD MWANDIAMBIRA. How are you doing, sir?
Yo, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good to see you, man.
Nah, always a pleasure, man.
Yeah. And thank you so much for your time once again. Like I said, I had a few people commenting saying, no, man. Even on my way here, there were guys who were like, can I come with you to go meet Mr. GERALD? There's at least two people that told me this morning they want to meet with you.
Okay.
And I said, well, meet him on the show, and I'll hook it up afterwards.
No worries, man. I think I appreciate platforms like this.
Yeah.
Because one, it's authentic, and two, we're being real.
Yeah.
And just the way I talk is the way I am.
Yeah.
So I appreciate all the nice comments, but Sipo, I have a problem.
Okay, tell me.
Big problem. Because too many of these things remain as likes.
True.
You know, I got excited, I get a few people, let's see if we can work together. You send them one invoice. Yeah, 600 rand. Hey, I'm not even sending an invoice here, 4 million or... And 600 rand for a financial planning session for an hour. And my peers, Avelungu, are charging 5K.
Jesus.
And 600 rand is for petrol.
Yeah.
Because if you're in Edenville, I have to come to Edenville.
True.
If you're in Sandton, I have to come to Sandton. So that 600 rand is literally me buying fuel.
Yeah.
And Amantu Mnyama, they don't support.
Ish.
That's my gripe today. We fist pump.
Yeah.
We cheer each other on.
True.
But when the rubber hits the ground, we are humble no mlungu.
Ish.
So if you like what I represent and the things I say, invest in me. And investing in me is invest in my craft, invest in my business. Because I don't ride a broomstick. I don't have a Merc which just flies around from Limpopo, Zimbabwe with no petrol.
Yeah.
Where I just poof.
Yeah. No.
Like those Mdu cartoons.
No, it doesn't work.
No. I arrive properly dressed.
Yeah.
I have to bath.
Yeah.
Even that bathing is water.
It's gonna cost you.
Electricity. Shy Vaseline. Shy nice perfume. So that, I smell like money. And I come in a suit.
Yeah.
I'm respecting you.
Yeah.
So my appeal to all people watching right now is that when you support black professionals, especially, if you believe in what they're saying, give us a chance. Yes, I also know a lot of us have let each other down. And we touched on that last time round.
Absolutely.
But I think right now, let's start building wealth together.
Yeah.
But let's do it in a way which is consistent and where we're trusting each other, Another thing is when I give you advice, Sipo, we're going to do this investment. Don't go and check me with Mlung.
Yeah.
School teacher mentality. Like you are going for corrections.
You're like, let me go verify if it's true.
Verify if it's true. And then half the time, Mlungu says the same thing, but he charges you and we're humble. So today I'm saying let's be woke, but let's live woke. It's one thing, everyone likes the content, it's inspiring. For half an hour, I'm cool.
Yeah.
And then I go. But then that's where I come in. Because when it comes to the wealth game, it's a situation where I say, Sipo, you've given me the job to make you wealthy.
Yeah.
So when you're about to do something stupid, I'm the one who's going to come and say, no.
Yeah.
I won't release the funds.
That's true.
I am not allowing this to happen. This is foolishness. And then you be angry at me.
Yeah.
I've got clients who don't talk to me for days. And then they come back and they're like, no, you were right. Because I got your back. I'm your advocate.
Yeah. You like a coach.
I'm your
everybody
coach,
needs
I'm
a coach.
Advocate. I'm your marriage counselor. I'm everything. So we need to trust the professional. Just like a doctor when he says, you've got gallstones. Have you ever seen a gallstone in your body?
No.
But you believe.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you think he's a professional. He knows what he's talking about.
So it's the same thing I'm expecting from our guys as well, to say, can we be in that situation where we trust each other's advice?
Yeah.
And also at the same token, we live through, we follow through. Because then I also get a reputation. No, he did this for me. I bought a house.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not just fairy tales.
It's so true, because last week I was actually focusing a lot. My content on Facebook was about what AfriForum is doing, what the Afrikaners are doing, how they're building their wealth together. And I was saying, how is it that black people, we don't invest in each other? Why is money not circulating among ourselves?
Let me give you a secret. AfriForum has got, I think, about 2 million members who pay 10 Rand a month. Every month, AfriForum collects 20 million Rand minimum. Okay? Now, because they love what AfriForum do, most of them give 100. So you can imagine, they're collecting 200 million Rand a month from 10 Rand subscriptions. That's how money works. Unity, the power of unity. In this world, there are 30 million. Let me just kill this thing. Sorry, man.
Sorry, man.
Yeah. On live, it comes. And
it's podcasting, man. This is how we deal with things. It happens.
Pause it, please, if you don't mind. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's pause. So, as you were saying, my brother, that AfriForum...
It's 2 million people, 10 Rand contributions minimum. Most of them do 100 Rand. They're collecting 200 million Rand. That's why when they say they want to do a court case, High Court, they don't even sweat. High Court, to get into the High Court, you need to pay an advocate a retainer of at least 10,000 Rand.
Yeah.
Vulimlomo for High Court, it's 10,000.
Yeah.
And that's why when they decide they want to do whatever they do it. And that's the power of the group.
Yeah.
In this world, there's a total of 30 million Jews. Yet they control 60% of the world's financial markets.
Yes.
So how is it that 30 million people control all the banks in the world? Because they are united. Okay? When you go and sit with Jews, they talk business. They're not talking sport. They're not talking women. They're not talking who's the top shayela. No.
Cars, whatever.
No. It's about simple.
Yeah.
What can I do for you which can help me?
That's simple.
That's simple. Therefore, even here in South Africa, Discovery, Adrian Gore,
Yeah.
Jew. Oppenheimer, Jew. Who else? Donald Gordon, Liberty, Jew.
Yo.
You name any business at the top, there's the Jewish connection. So it's either Jewish money that's funding it, or it's a Jew. The guy who started FMB, who started the new bank, Jew. So they have this knack of unity.
It's true.
And all they're doing is they're crowdfunding. If you look at the story here, Sun City. Sun City was started by Saul Kesner.
Yeah.
So he knew that there was no casinos in the apartheid regime. But Bophuthatswana was a homeland.
Yes.
Which is now the Northwest.
Yeah.
And he realized that he could start a casino out there, right? So he went to South African breweries and he said to them, no, guys, I want to start a casino. Lend me some money. They liked the business proposal. And he said, I'll pay you back your money in 3 years.
Yeah.
And they gave him the money and they started building this Sun City. And then he said to himself, how am I going to get people to come here? It's the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's South Africa, so I need to make it un-South Africa.
Yeah.
So the first act they had at the Sun Bowl was Frank Sinatra.
Oh.
He paid millions to bring Frank Sinatra to be the first performer there. Okay?
Is that how he did it?
And then because Frank Sinatra, who was Skoko back then,
Yeah.
every other artist in the world wanted to play at this new place where Frank Sinatra played. So it's like you open a spot and you bring MJ, Michael Jackson himself.
Yeah.
No one else will say no when you call.
Yeah.
He paid off Sun City in 6 months.
Ah.
The gambling was crazy. Apparently, people would drive from all over South Africa to go there and just sin and lose their money. But what am I saying here? I'm saying that any plan with support can happen. And we can do this, you know. I've seen, social media podcasts where we're putting 10,000 subscribers. 10,000 subscribers. I don't want 10,000 subscribers, man. I want 1,000 subscribers who give me 100 Rand.
Yeah.
Because 1,000 subscribers who can give me 100 Rand, suddenly, I've got 1 million.
Yeah.
This is 100,000. 100,000. No, it's It's 100,000, yeah.
It's 100,000.
100,000, but still.
And it's just the power in the numbers.
It's the power in the numbers. Right now, I want to publish my books. And it's what? $200 to publish one book? And I'm saying, guys, let's put our money together. Let's stop fist pumping and saying, I like it. You know, people go to the extent of saying, your messages are too short. So you want to eat me and finish me for free.
I
mean, it's a teaser.
Yeah, invest and you'll get more.
You get the juice, the real stuff, you know. so that's what we need to do. We need to realize that money is driven by unity.
Yeah.
And therefore, like, my new business model is driven along that. I've just said, how do the Jews do it? They get a group of people. So I'm getting a group of 100 clients, and we're going to do things together. And the one thing I'm going to get for each of my 100 clients is a 10 million rand life policy, which means that every one of my clients becomes ultra high net worth, which means that when they pass on, we're now dealing with a 1 billion rand book of clients. And it's as simple as that. But we need to start investing in each other.
It's so true. It's very, very true. Because the like you say, the Jews do it, the Afrikaners do it, the Indian people do it.
Remember, we spoke about it last time about the network. You don't need a lot of people to make money.
Yeah.
You need 10 people in a good network. You will all have comfortable lifestyles. There's a guy who's working at my house there. He's fixing the gate. He works with his wife.
Yeah.
They drive an old bakkie. I'm an Afrikaner.
Yeah.
But the guy who referred them is an Afrikaner. So you can imagine all he's referring is a few gates a week. He fixes them.
Yeah.
And he puts a nice markup and they support each other. No one's going hungry.
It's
now,
true.
right now, you'll see me on YouTube not knowing that I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know why am I hungry? Because my peers are charging $5,000. So this is real life. This is a true story. So because my business was not doing so great, I went and I said, let me apply for Msebenzi. You know, let me just put on the suit and the tie, the uniform, and
Go
to
back.
work. Go back. Now they don't want me. And you are too qualified. Your profile is too big. But my profile is too small for you when you watch me. So the people who matter you, when I say come be my client, I'm not big enough. When I go to Mlungu, he says I'm too big. Like what? That's hunger. That's a recipe for hunger right there.
Jesus.
A recipe for hunger. Too old, too experienced for a jobby job. And, you know, you all think I'm too expensive. Find out. Let's do some business, man. Let me show you one or two things. And money has a shape as well. I think that's one of the things we wanted to talk about today. Yeah. The shape of money. What do you think the shape of money is, Sipho?
Okay.
What shape?
I actually don't know. Like, are you saying in terms of
just the shape, square, triangle?
Well, obviously there's a circle for coins, and then there's a rectangular shape for notes.
Okay, the shape of money is a triangle.
Okay.
Every business is built on a triangle.
Okay.
So when you hear network marketing and they are telling you that it's evil, it's satanic, they are trying to make you not see the truth.
Okay.
A bank is a triangle.
Okay.
It's one person lending a few other oaks who lend a few other oaks, and it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
If you want to make money, you need one person on top and two people behind him.
Or
below him or beside him, whatever you want to call it.
A network marketing model.
That is network.
Yeah.
That is how a network looks, like a triangle. So we need to build triangles in our lives.
I see what you're saying.
So when you want to make money, Sipho, you need to have a triangle of saying, okay, I have got my thing here, and I need two people below me to support me doing what I'm doing my thing. They find two people to support them, but it needs to work that way. Now, when you've built your triangle, you then go and build your circle.
The money circulates among you.
Close it off! Yeah.
Yo.
It's ours. Do you know that you can't get a KFC franchise in South Africa?
Yeah. Because
the guys who own the franchise, they said,
no more.
No more. If one comes up, one of us will go and sort it out.
What?
Yeah.
So it's a mafia now.
It's not mafia, it's money.
It's money.
That's how it works.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
It's legal.
De Beers, how did De Beers do diamonds?
Yeah.
I'm an open time. I said, okay, this diamond thing, it's not even a rare stone, by the way. A diamond is not rare.
Yeah.
But they said, okay, let's make it rare. We'll buy everywhere we see it. We buy the claim.
Oh.
And then we stockpile them in Belgium and wherever they keep them, and we release slowly.
What?
So now it becomes rare because you can't just find it.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, you remember those diamonds they found in Zim? The ones they were picking up all over the ground. That was a De Beers concession. They knew they were there, De Beers. And what De Beers used to do, for about 20 years, they told the Zim government they're doing research.
What?
Meanwhile, every year they're sending 30 tons of research stones.
Out the country. Ah.
What do you think those 30 tons were?
Diamonds.
Exactly.
Just
The only reason that diamonds are expensive is because the supply is controlled. So you can increase the price of anything if you hold the supply.
Monopoly.
Yeah.
And our leaders were sleeping.
No, they were sleeping. Then so when Botswana woke up, there's like to De Beers, hey, Botswana must come and we want a diamond exchange in Botswana. But they formed a diamond exchange 60, 70 years after they've been trading diamonds in Brussels. Brussels, where there's nothing, no diamond in sight, but they trade them there. So it's about control and supply of juice. So that's why also be careful with what you put out. So there's a reason why I don't do more than 10 minutes on my own.
Okay.
Because I have to control supply. You have to be thirsty for me.
Yeah.
Otherwise, this guy's common. He's just everywhere.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It must interest you. It must pull you in.
And some artists do one album a year.
Yeah.
Or every 2 years. They don't go and do this thing of, I've got a recording studio at home, therefore I'm going to pump up 20 tracks every day. You go stale. Because now your music is not...
It's bubblegum.
It's bubblegum. So we need to control supply. We need to understand the shape of money, that it's a triangle, and that once you formed your triangle, you form a circle around it. And then once you've got that circle, you build, and your circle keeps getting bigger.
And you when we spoke last week, you said you wanted to touch on decolonized finance. Is this part of it?
Definitely. Decolonized finance is about saying, let's bring back the African economy. I call it the African Commonwealth system. We touched briefly on it last time.
Yeah.
The African Commonwealth system was a circle. Because if you look at all our kraals back in the day, they were a circle.
True.
And inside we had the huts.
Yeah.
And there was a different huts. There's a chief's hut. There's the army barrack. There's the healer's hut. But everything was inside the circle. Okay?
Yeah.
In the circle, there was the granary. Hence, the grain was kept there. We also kept our cows together. So our wealth was always protected.
Yeah.
And for me to have access to this circle, all I needed to prove was my bloodline. All I needed to do was say my totem. And people got my back in that village. Simple as that. Yebo. He's ours. You touch him, you touch us all. Shaka Zulu would come after your entire tribe and wipe you out for messing with one of his boys.
Yes.
Because it was united.
Where did we go wrong? We allowed the Western world to come in?
To divide and conquer.
Okay.
Send Sipo to Joburg. Sipo's brother is in Pretoria. Your sister is in Durban. The circle is broken.
True.
Okay?
Yeah.
Do you know how powerful the Jewish circle is? Israel has intelligence. And yes, 9/11 was planned and they knew about it. The Israelis knew about 9/11. And if you look at the list of people who died on the 9/11, how many Jews? 0, because they were all told stay at home for the next couple of days.
What?
But the World Trade Center, what was it? A bank building. Who runs banks? Jews. So how come the people who owned the banks for that day, all of them were absent?
I didn't even know this.
There are very few Jews on the 9/11 list. I heard there's 0. Maybe there's a handful. But Goldman Sachs was in that building. Lehman Brothers was in that building. Morgan Stanley was on that building. All those guys.
All the big Jewish boys.
Those are the Jewish corporations. And it's about understanding the power of unity, because even information comes to your ears first. And it is unity.
Yeah.
They call it insider trading because they're inside the circle.
True.
The circle of information.
Yeah.
Where we know, okay, Sipo, your car is mixing oil and water. It's not going to last long. So what do you do? Okay, no, let's sell shares to them.
Yeah.
Them who don't know.
Let's sell it quickly.
And then we buy them shares, and then we start crying, why am I holding a Steinhoff? You know how many bitcoins have gone bust? No one's talking about it. Cryptocurrencies, left, right, and center. People have lost trillions.
I've actually read about that. And I thought it was just a dip.
No, it's not a dip. When that dip happens, people are losing. But remember what I told you the last time. Money flows.
Yeah.
Money doesn't disappear into thin air.
Yeah. It's gone somewhere.
It's gone somewhere. Where there's a winner, there's a loser.
Yeah.
Where there's an up, there's a down. Where there's a buyer, there's a seller. Where something gains, someone loses.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
So when it disappears like this, somebody's made money somewhere.
Somebody's eating.
And it's untraceable.
Untraceable. Someone who creates... You and I could create a Bitcoin if you wanted. And we sell it. But then,
Yeah.
The triangle. That's the power of the triangle, guys.
Yeah.
Triple M. Same thing. We saw it. It came, it went.
That's it.
There's nothing wrong with it. All I'm saying is understand the shape of money is a triangle. And if you can create your own triangle, create it and then circle it, and then you create wealth. But in this triangle, have you ever heard of a triangle which is one side? You need people. That's another problem with our colonial mentality. We've been made to think that you can be a lone ranger. You can be solo on your own. Even if you're running a podcast, if no one's watching it, you're going to waste your time.
Yeah, for sure.
We need to embrace others.
Yeah, very true.
And that's another thing. Our colonial divide and rule mentality has made us think one track mind, one hunger. Hunger mentality is colonialism.
Yeah.
It's me, myself, and I.
Yeah.
And me, myself, and I is a little dot.
Yeah, very true. And there was something else you wanted to speak about, and I think you touched on it. It's the angry black money. Because when I posted these topics, people were like, "Okay, I want to know what this guy is talking about."
Angry black money is all our money is angry. Hey?
Okay.
Angry. We are just an angry people because they brainwashed us nicely, sorted us nicely. Yeah. Colonialism. We are angry at each other. We're angry at ourselves. So the way we spend money is angry. It's aggressive.
Yeah.
It's see me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not subtle.
It's like, I worked hard.
I've been hard.
Yeah.
See me. Yeah.
I grew up in poverty.
Yeah.
Now I must eat
I must bend the champagne. You must see the sparkles.
Yeah.
There's no gentle money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even the way our girls do their makeup, slay.
Yeah.
No gentle, natural beauty.
Nothing.
No see me. No, it's like I must be exaggerated.
See me, I've arrived.
Yeah.
Yes.
So everything about us speaks anger. So when we are showy, it's actually we're actually projecting the anger in us, which is see me. Because if you go to a school like us and you look at the car park, they all want to be seen. Teachers in C classes.
True.
Go to a Africana school or even a white English medium school car park.
Yeah.
You see 323s.
Yeah.
Ford Lasers. They're still running. They're still good cars.
Yeah. And you see your bakkies, your small bakkies, your 1400s.
And P200. They're okay with it.
Yeah.
But when they drive home and they get to their house, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
And for you to be comfortable, you need to be unangry. You need to be peaceful. Peace with yourself.
Yeah.
They're not staying in bling houses, no, but they're at peace with themselves. And those who have money, it's not showy money. I think we watch this thing, Real Housewives of Cape Town.
Okay.
You've seen the Afrikaner woman, the old money.
Oh.
She's calm.
Yeah.
She drives her old Mercs, this kind of car, in fact, the older ones and these ones, and she's okay. The new angry money driving Ferrari, Maserati, must see me.
Yeah.
I am here. No.
Yeah.
No. Money is peaceful.
Sure.
When was the last time you saw a podcast on Mr. Oppenheimer or the Ruperts or the Rockefellers or the Carnegies or the DuPonts?
Yeah.
Do you even know what they look like?
No, not at all.
Why aren't they on Facebook saying, I've arrived?
No.
Huh?
Or their grandchildren.
Yeah. Who's making noise on Facebook as an investor and the richest man in the world right now is ex-South African?
Yeah.
What's his name? Musk.
Oh, Elon Musk. Yeah.
But he comes from here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So he's got that English
So it's
spirit.
embedded.
There's a bit of anger.
Yeah.
See me.
Yeah.
He's popping children left, right, and center. Yeah. See me.
I heard somebody say that the introduction of money to black Africans was through slavery. To say, we are moving you from the homelands, go work in the mines.
New world, and work in the mines, sugarcane plantations, tea plantation. So everything about us is angry. We need to find our peace as black people. And the peace starts by saying, I am Sipho and I'm Gerald. I can't do what Sipho can do. Sipho can't do what Gerald can do. But together, Gerald and Sipho can come up with something and eat together. Okay.
Yeah.
Now our anger prevents us from even having such conversations.
Yeah.
Because I am too afraid that you might know something more than me.
Or you might eat and I won't.
Exactly. And
trust
we
issues.
we still believe that the cake is limited. Meanwhile, the cake is growing all the time.
It's big enough.
It's big enough for all of us. So it's about let's stop this angry black money. You know, even when I take on a client, I give you rules. If you don't want to stick to the rules, go to someone else. Right.
Yeah.
I know I want money and I'm hungry like everybody else, but I'm not to the point where I want to go backwards all the time.
True.
You know, we need to find people who are at peace with themselves.
Yeah.
I want someone who's at peace that they have nothing right now. But I can show you that in 5-10 years' time, you'll have something. And the whole 5-10 years, they're peacefully going there.
How do you find that peace? When anger has been in you, you are angry at the world, you're angry at everybody, you're angry at your boss for paying you less.
We need therapy, people. You know, my wife does counseling.
Yeah.
We need to be counseled. Some of these things are so ingrained in our DNA and our behavior, we don't see it. So we need someone who knows how to make us unpack our anger. I'm angry because I went to a private school and I had nothing. So for my early working years, I was angry. I had to be seen. My first car had to be a BM. I had to show that I belonged.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, there was nothing wrong with me. I was not broken.
Yes.
Had I accepted who I was, I would have been a better man. And I would have done much more than I've done in my life. So part of the release of the anger is acceptance of who we are and where we are. And acceptance and peace at how we ended up there.
True.
Okay?
True.
So, yes, they stole our money. They stole our gold. They did a lot of horrible things to us, but find peace in what they've done so that we can revenge. For me to start saying, okay, I'm going to stop them from getting my money, I need to be at peace. And I need other brothers who are at peace with money not going to them. But if you still those who got that colonialized black mind, your money will always head back to the master. You know?
True.
They created the house Negro and the field Negro, and there's still house Negroes and field Negroes we think we're free.
We think we are free.
But we're not. Your freedom sometimes is in knowing that I make 100 rand a day and I'm okay.
It's so true. It's like you need to, like this car, you need to redo the engine, redo the gearbox.
Wiring, everything.
So we equally need to have our minds rewired.
Rewired. Okay? Even if we went back to the African Commonwealth, which I'm talking about, just with your totem, you could create a network.
Yeah.
I understand if all the Mkizis said we only work with the Mkizi.
Yeah.
How rich they'd be tomorrow, overnight. And it's that simple. How we rewire ourselves. If we need to rewire ourselves to what we were or what we want to be. So there's two choices. When you rewire your mind, you either find a default setting from the past or you create one. You create one. Hence now, because we don't have references from the past, we need to deliberately create wealth, deliberately create systems which suit us. And we are okay because they are our systems.
So
And the problem is whenever a black person creates a system, who's the first person to criticize it?
A black person.
Yeah. There you go.
Why bayenza so? They think they know better. No, we can't trust them.
Yes.
Black people, upay imoto.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like, we are our worst enemy. Is that what colonialism and apartheid did to us?
That's what it was supposed to do. It took away our identity,
and
our sense of self-worth, our sense of being.
Yeah.
So we now need to be validated by their systems and their kind to feel okay with ourselves. So we need to be validated by them.
Yeah.
I remember a time when business card was a big deal.
I remember. I remember.
And the title on there was an even bigger deal.
Yo. And if the font and the finish was different, it was even bigger.
No, it was a big deal. I remember I complained. Yeah, complained. Hey, me, I'm head off.
Yeah.
Don't just put what you want here. Send these things back.
What's this title you're giving me?
Yeah, no, I'm head of sales and distribution.
Yeah.
That's me.
Don't mess with me, bro.
Yeah.
Yo.
Don't just put sales and distribution. Put head.
It's the colonialism.
The colonial mentality. I'm VP. I'm vice president.
Yeah.
Which just means you're a manager. Just a manager guy.
A glorified.
A vice president, I'll tell you now you're a manager.
Yeah.
Hey, vice president, what? President, you just manager's manager. Yeah?
It's crazy.
Me, I don't want no title. I want to be a shareholder.
Yeah.
I want to be the Oppenheimer dude who's sitting in the winelands reading the paper saying, which government shall we buy tomorrow?
Yo.
These ones are ready to be bought. We must stop being easily bought. You know, someone who has the I word, which is integrity, you can't be bought.
Yeah. Yeah.
Problem is, each and every one of us, most blacks, you have a price.
And what are your thoughts on South African politicians on whether they sold out the economy?
Look, I've sat down with Afrikaners, right?
Yeah.
They tell me the juice. They told me that, look, Mandela was in prison for 18 years and then he chilled in a nice mansion for the rest of the time. And the rest of the time he was having lunch with the Oppenheimers and the Ruperts. It was prepared. So, yes.
So
yes.
the whole 1994 was all planned.
It was planned. Come on, guys. These guys had apartheid for how long? You think they just woke up one day and said, let's end it? No. They're like, okay, this thing is coming to an end. How do we make this happen?
Yeah.
Mandela, we don't want you to touch our businesses. Yeah. Don't do Mugabe stance here. No, not having that.
Yeah.
You know?
Because his militancy stance actually changed from how him and Chris...
they didn't get along with Chris anymore.
Yeah.
Because the guys from Excel were like, hey, Baba, this is not what we signed up for.
Yeah.
You know?
We said we want these people out of the country.
Yes.
And Baba was like, no, peace, Rainbow Nation. Yo. I want to ask you about, because one of the listeners actually, Morena, asked me this, said, what is this skin bleached finance? When I posted that.
Look, I just think that we still do even colorism amongst ourselves as blacks.
Okay.
You know, light-skinned guys, light-skinned girls don't have the same life as a dark-skinned person.
Okay.
Yeah, amongst ourselves.
True.
You know, growing up, we all wanted this light-skinned girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But bottom line, Sipo, is the black skin is heavy.
Yeah.
You know, when you wear this skin of ours, it's like every day I wake up wearing a carpet of heaviness. Because it's heavy. I don't like it because we don't like each other. I'm angry because I'm like, why can't we all see what I'm seeing?
As black people.
Yeah.
And not use colorism amongst ourselves.
We colorize ourselves. We just find any excuse not to be black. But my point is, embrace your blackness. Our blackness is our power. Our blackness is the thing that unites us. Are you understanding? If Soweto had a Soweto economy, they could switch off the South African economy in days.
True.
If Soweto decided, you know what, we're done.
Yeah.
We're re-engineering this.
Yeah.
If you don't give us a bank for ourselves, we're not banking with you. If you don't let us have our entrepreneurs running things. So I appreciate our own Lux and all these guys thinking that foreigners are the problem. No. Problems is you. You who doesn't want to control. Apartheid. In every black township, there was always one road in, one road out.
True.
Control. The same thing with money. Control. One route in, one route out. But in order to have that, we need to be united.
I was actually making that example about Orania and say, why doesn't Soweto become an Orania?
Easily can become that.
Close off Soweto.
Can easily become that.
Kick everybody out who does not belong there as a Sowetan as a result of big business that takes money away from Soweto.
And run it.
And start your own. You've got the numbers.
Now by the Soweto Orlando Towers, I want to build houses for Lani's. But is it a black developer? No.
Yeah.
Is Maponya Mall a black mall? No. It's just named after him because it was his land. But it's owned by these Jewish guys. Red Bus. Yes, he's got shares in it, but it's not his.
Yeah.
Okay? So we need to just accept also that partnerships are okay. And it's okay to have a partnership. You know what?
Yeah.
That's wisdom.
Yeah.
Because it's so my boy, if I wait for these guys,
Black
will
people
never happen. Will never happen.
Yeah.
So he went and partnered with some Jewish boys, and they built a mall, and he's got his 23% or 25%. His family is set for generations.
Yeah.
He's done his job. You know,
true.
Partnerships are good. All I say when I talk about us understanding the dynamics of money is use them. Use Umlungu. It's time to use him. He's used us. Time to use him. Time to use his money. Time to use his resources. Because if he doesn't play with us, we go play with each other.
It's true. And also, if you think about it, the Maponyas, the Mutaungs, the Kozas alone, just those three alone, they could say to all your spaza shops, your former black shops, to say, let's create our own malls. But they allowed for all those shops to deteriorate and die out.
No, we could. And it's not too late, eh? It's not too late. I mean, Kaiser Chiefs is a brand. If Kaiser Chiefs decided to do something serious, they could. You know? But it's about what's important for them. They're getting paid, whatever.
Yeah.
So they're going with wherever the money is. And that's the problem, Sipo, is that this angry money of ours is also about us having given up on each other.
Yeah.
Because now when I reach a point where I'm done with trying to work with my kind, I'll go and embrace the other kind and I'll look after myself.
And do you find...
then it becomes, but he's now at the top, he's forgotten us. No, it's because I tried to work with you. I tried and said, let's do this together. It failed. Now I had to look after myself because I can't jump on a broomstick and have phantom clients.
Yeah.
I had to go and work with the white man.
Yeah. No, it's very true. One of the other things you wanted to discuss was corporate survival. What exactly did you want to talk about around that subject?
Corporate survival is that. It's the pull the ladder mentality.
Yeah.
The black man, once I arrive at the top, I pull the ladder. Once they employ another black, I look at them with severe suspicion. And I want them out of my space. Because there's only enough room for me.
Yeah.
Okay?
Why are they here?
So the corporate survival is about the culture they've created, where it's like they make us fight amongst each other and then they watch which darkie wins.
Yeah.
Whereas in the corporate environment, we could actually work together and beat them at their own game.
Because, you say this, that I've often asked questions and said, we've got the Black Lawyers Association, the Black Accountants Association, the Black Business Council, all these black professional bodies, and yet they are not building the black economy.
They're not, because I've always said it. Until we have black CEOs who are part of these bodies, they're useless. So we celebrate a black CEO because he's black. Yeah. But most of the CEOs want nothing to do with those bodies, because for them to get that CEO chair, they have to renounce their blackness. It's like you do an oath When you get up there, you're not black anymore.
Yeah.
Barack Obama, if you want this job,
Yeah.
we'll make you president. But once you get there, don't come up with black things here.
Yeah.
And what happened? Barack, when he got there, he was just the president.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a Democrat president.
He followed the line.
Yes.
He followed the line.
And that's what we sacrifice in the corporate survival. You renounce your blackness in order to be at the top. You get bleached to survive.
What?
For you to get the top job, no, you can't have people like me running companies. There'll be problems.
They'll be like, that's why it's political. That's why.
Changing too many things.
Yeah.
Making black departments and black supply chain. No, can't have that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we don't like radicals. But yes, I also say you can't be too radical, but you need to enforce change slowly. You know, when you get into that top job, do something to show who you are. You know, I like when I came to South Africa, the black executive who I modeled myself was this guy. What's his name? Sim Chabalala.
Oh yes.
Dude has been at the top of Standard Bank forever.
Forever.
I think he was made CEO when he was like 45 or 40.
Yeah.
What has he done? Has he done enough for us? And that's my appeal to him. As an organization, what has he done for blackness? Ultimately, not that much. And that he can call me for lunch. I'll have lunch with him. Great. I'd love to have lunch with him. If he watches this, he must call me for lunch and tell me what you have done. Maybe he's doing it subtly.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing it. But we need to say, people who've been at the top of these organizations, what have you done for the blackness? Because for me, and I look at Standard Bank, they still don't have black-oriented products except the ones that promote us dying.
Your funeral cover, life policy.
No.
Yeah. Is it? Are we as black people effective or efficient? Do we work? Do we produce?
Yes. Yes. If you Google black inventors, we invented most of the stuff around. I think even the cell phone stuff about we're the greatest minds. But our problem is that we in order to survive and to succeed, we've always had to sell our soul. We've always had to sell our soul. Right down to say slavery. The Balungus didn't arrive and see 1 million blacks and there's 20 of them with guns and they start shipping them. No.
Yeah. They came to me.
Some black guy sold out.
Support. No, I know Gerald. He's a good field worker.
It's not even that. It started like this. It's like, we don't like that other tribe there. So because they're being a problem for us, you help us and we'll capture them and you make them your slaves.
Oh.
Yes, that's we sold each other out that way. The tribe I don't like, let's make them slaves.
Yeah.
And then when the slaves finished from that tribe, guess what? They started coming for us.
Yeah.
It backfired. So our problem is, can we stop selling out just for even a year?
Yeah.
Let's have a year of black no sellout clothes. Let me just promote another black person. Let me show love to a black person. Where let me like a black person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And let's see what happens. The world will change. The world fears us.
Yeah.
They know us.
Yeah. I mean, I think I like what you're saying, because if you look at how black people excel in sports, how
we're the best.
So
why aren't we excelling in business? Because we're not allowing ourselves and the system won't allow us.
Yeah.
The richest man in the history of the world is black. He was from Mali. Musa what?
What?
He had so much gold, that dude. They said that he went on a pilgrimage to Mecca. And he passed through Egypt. And he was giving gold to anyone he saw. He bankrupted the Egyptian economy. Pharaoh had to say, get rid of this guy. He's causing problems because gold no longer has value here because it's giving away too much. Yeah, Mansa Musa. Google him.
Mansa Musa,
the richest man in the history of the world. Okay, now here's my question. What happened to his gold? They took it. Yeah, they came for it. Where does 80% of all physical gold in the world come from? Mzansi.
So the challenge with us, I mean, I was actually listening to this one guy who was saying, it's okay to say you're going to build generational wealth, but if you look at a lot of black generations, the wealth does not necessarily, it fades away along the way.
Yeah, because it comes with a master plan. That's part of the thing I'm doing with my business now. Wealth comes with a master plan. It comes with an instruction manual.
Yeah.
It's just not it.
No, it's not fluke.
No.
It's not by accident.
You train your children to manage this beast you've created.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And they train their children's children, then it stays.
Yeah.
Okay? But it's not this thing where Ubaba had a shop, it was booming, he died, he left millions, and in a few years it was all gone.
Yeah.
70% of wealth is gone in the first generation.
Yes.
Okay? And the 90 by the second generation, 90% is gone. Which means you only have a 10% chance of wealth going beyond generation 3. And it can happen. But you need to give your children the instruction manual. The instruction manual is firstly, I ring fence all my stuff and put it into a trust. In that trust, I put rules. Rules. No alcohol, no hocharing, no things which I don't like.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do that stuff, you're out of the money.
Yeah.
You're out of the money.
Yeah.
Hence your children grow up knowing, no, I'm going to be a good guy, have one wife. I'm not, they have moral clauses in their trusts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hence in the movies, you always see, I'm writing you out of the inheritance because you are marrying the wrong person.
Yeah.
Because all these are moral.
They
clauses.
understand.
Money goes with a moral agreement or moral constitution.
Or moral compass.
Yes, you need to. You can't just give people money. They go wild. You saw.
No,
when people just get money, they are like animals.
Yeah. No, you go crazy.
They
Even
go
your
animalic. Someone, I think I was watching the river.
Yeah.
Our cobra doing about 3 sums and 4 sums because the money is flowing. You become unnatural.
Yeah.
So therefore you need to temper yourself. Therefore there's moral clauses. You need to be a respectable member of society. You need to be educated.
Yeah.
You need to understand how this money is being made.
Yeah.
That's the biggest criticism I have for black money, is that our children, half of them don't, in fact more than half, 3/4 don't understand where the money is made. My daughter can do a financial planning session because she's watched enough to see, okay, he kind of does this. That's how it should be.
True.
That's how it should be.
True.
We are raising children who know how to eat. ATM. No, if you send your child, even a 3-year-old, go to the ATM, these 4 numbers bring money. They know.
Yeah.
Now, you get an average 6-7-year-old, tell them to make a sandwich and sell it. They don't know. So making money is a problem, but eating,
it's not a problem.
Hence why people don't respect the advice I give.
Yeah.
Because they think, because they've made their money, why should someone come and tell me?
Yeah. Who are you? How much have you made? Meanwhile, you're like, but you could make more.
You could make more.
And you will.
The Rockefellers, the Carnegies, the DuPonts, they have teams of advisors.
Yeah.
People like me.
Yeah.
But they don't have one me. They have a whole team.
Yeah.
And they make us argue amongst each other.
Yeah.
And the team like me, they're also all rich.
Yeah.
Because they've been looked after.
Yeah.
So it's in my interest to make you wealthy, because when you're up there, you won't leave me.
True.
You won't leave the person who helped you to get on top.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So I don't mind if you're the king of your castle, but make me a lord of your kingdom.
Yeah.
And there's the House of Lords.
It's true.
Those on Shire, a few buildings, they would know, Gerald, no, you helped me. Yeah.
You're a lord. I'm the king.
Lord Gerald.
Yeah.
Lord Gerald,
Yeah.
We'll give you a title and give you, something to thank you. I'm okay with that, I'm okay with that because I know I got nothing, man. I can't do this no more. I can't do this survival game. Hey, Hunger Games every day.
It can't be.
It can't be. It can't be.
Yeah.
It can't be. I also have children. I also have dreams. Trust me, everything I want to do, I'm doing. When I say I'm doing something, I'm doing it for myself as well.
Yeah.
So I'm woke now, but I need help. And I need help because we need to collectively pull together our resources to go to that next level. But we know how to spend, and most of us have proven it. Conquer, you can spend money. We know you've got nice cars.
Yeah.
We know you've got nice houses, but I also know most of it is debt.
It's true. And we don't, because when you are at the top, and this is what I was actually saying to someone, that sometimes you've got a nice high paying job, then you buy a house
Yo.
10, 15 years down the line. Things can go wrong.
Life happens. Eh?
Life happens. And then
Suddenly.
you can lose everything you think today is not possible tomorrow. And you have not made enough reservations to...
We don't prepare ourselves. I think, like with blacks and our animalic behavior.
Yeah.
One of the big things was HIV. Eh? It culled us. Parents died and stuff. Orphan, remember an orphan, HIV orphan, yeah.
Family.
They died.
Yeah.
Because I think when they had money, they drink and they enjoy and they forget.
Yeah.
And it's about loyalty. It's about integrity. One man, one woman, one wife. Yeah. Had my poor dad, rest his soul, not been naughty, I'd have both parents and would be a happy family.
Yeah.
But because one day he had money and he wanted to chow.
Yeah.
For the what? Yeah. In the Jewish circles, you go and do that. They extradite you.
What?
Yeah, they torture you out of the circle. Go, you dirty man.
Yeah.
Dirty
Don't come and pollute us.
Bring
Yeah.
our filth here, your filthy habits.
You filthy animal.
You filthy animal. Filthy beast.
Yeah.
So we need to understand that there's a moral trade-off to wealth.
Yeah.
So yes, the moral side is you either are good or you are extremely bad. But you make a choice.
True.
So, some people make money from extremely bad things.
Yeah.
And some people make money from extremely good things.
Yeah.
But the money which lasts generations tends to be the one from the good side.
With good morals.
With good morals.
And a long-term plan to say,
long-term plan.
how will my great-grandchildren
Yeah.
benefit from this and eat from
yes.
this?
They'll have a usufruct. And even if my children, great-grandchildren don't know how the money is actually being made, they know how to sit on a board and make decisions about their money.
It's true.
They're not totally divorced from their money.
Yeah.
With blacks, we have a situation where a child can go into money which they are divorced from.
Yo.
They don't even know how it happened. But they have no problem eating it.
And they will eat like if there's no
and hence
tomorrow.
we get that show, I Blew It.
Very
Do you
true.
think everyone on I Blew It really wanted to blow it? They didn't.
No.
But they didn't know any better.
You didn't think that it's going to finish.
Yeah, it finishes, man. It finishes. I call it that poverty escape velocity. If you don't know your poverty escape velocity, it's going to finish. It's going to finish. You need to reach that point where you're creating more passive income than you can consume.
There's something you also mentioned is that diaspora power. What is it exactly?
For me, diaspora power is simply about saying there's nothing wrong in leaving your country, making ends wherever you go, and returning home with money. Okay. I heard a story yesterday about a South African domestic worker who was a domestic worker for a prince in Dubai. When she came back, she bought a fleet of taxis and mansions. Okay, because she was working for the right family. But all I'm saying is we need to get out of this cocoon of saying Mzansi, we are all going to live and die here. Hey, there's not enough money in Mzansi, guys.
Yeah.
So, just like these guys came here, these foreigners like myself, they came here because there was not enough money in their country, man. So you got to see that as well.
Yeah.
There's money running out here, so let's start catching planes.
Yeah.
And going where we need to go to make the money.
And there's nothing wrong with it.
These 80% of the banks are owned by Jews. Do Jews live in 80% of the world?
It's true.
No, they've got a few guys, but most of them are in Israel.
Yeah.
But they control it from there.
That's it.
So that's what I'm saying. Let's start embracing getting out there.
Yeah.
South Africa has a lot to offer the world, which the world does not have. So yes, South Africans are pretty lousy in terms of selling things in a spaza shop because foreigners are better.
Yeah.
But entertainment game, no country in the world can entertain like South Africa.
Yes.
So we should be exporting actors, dancers, the creative arts. South Africans have something in the blood.
True.
Even when the South African girls dance, these foreign men are like, they're watching snakes.
Yeah.
The
cobra. And they're with the flute.
Oh, like shit!
They're like,
No, it's not even South African. It's not even foreigners. Any man watching a South African woman.
Yeah,
I got married to a South African woman. You know. It's pure.
Yeah.
So let's find things we can export from here to the rest of the world. The same way Jerusalem was exported as a song.
Yes.
We can do that every year, every quarter. The same way on TikTok, that song, the remix, Yama Piano, I want to be with the big boys.
Oh, yeah.
That's a South African remix.
Oh, yes.
That's a South African remake of a song which was already there. So we have the talent. So all I'm saying is, part of our black anger in South Africa is stop being angry at what they know, which they can do better than you.
Yeah. We already have something unique.
Celebrate something which we are good at, which no one else can beat us at. And we haven't explored that. We've been too busy trying to be like we are not.
It's so true. I was actually talking to an artist on Saturday. Bahati is her name. And I said to her, my biggest disappointment about our country is that we don't realize that the arts are actually our biggest export. And yet we are not investing in our art like we're investing in infrastructure.
South Africa is about the arts, it's about tourism.
And culture.
The Lion King.
Yeah.
The lion sleeps tonight.
Look
South
at that.
Africa, where did that come from?
Yeah.
Lion King, Broadway, where did that come from? You know, we don't, it's like we are blind to what we are good at.
Ladysmith Black Mambazo.
Yeah.
Trevor Noah.
Dude.
Black Coffee.
Yeah, so if we need to do an introspection as what South Africa brought the world. South Africans can be really good at business. Yes, we got our Elon Musk. There's a few cats who've made it out there from nothing. You know what I mean? We're good at the entertainment, and people love our country for tourism. So let's do that. Let's do what we're good at.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to take a spaza shop from a Somali? Do you know how hard it is to sit in a shop and just sell a few things the whole day? It's hard. You know, it's not even fun.
I've worked in a spaza shop, so I know, brother. It's not
Kuba,
nice.
have you ever cleaned a chip fryer? You guys don't know life. Don't know life. People have never cleaned the chip fryers and don't know when oil gets hard. And you are cleaning it. And then it's all over your nails, and your nails are black, and then now you can't have nails because they're disgusting. They smell funny. Hey, we're wishing for things we don't want.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we are sitting on the talent.
We're sitting on talent. So we need to explore more. What are we really, really good at? Ideas, you know?
Absolutely.
And the one thing I want is support me with my ideas, the books, the new practice, because I'm doing things which haven't been done. And everybody will criticize because I'm not sticking to the system, because it's not part of the formula, because I'm telling you, the financial services system was not designed with a black man in mind. It was designed to keep us captivated and working for them. Therefore, for us to get into our own system, we create it, or we mimic their system to run a parallel system to challenge them. But we cannot do the same thing they've been making us do and expect a different result. Otherwise, we will always have a few black millionaires who call the shots, who are angry and showing us how wealthy they are, when we can create more.
It's true. Very
Let's
true.
create more.
Amen.
Let's make them start sweating and saying, you know what, these guys are too clever. If you're part of my 100, we're going to get so clever that they're going to come and buy us. I guarantee you that, because that's what they do.
Yeah.
It's part of the plan.
Yeah.
Because if they realize, okay, we can't beat them, let's buy them.
True.
And it's okay, guys. We'll be bought for billions. And I mean, right.
Yeah.
I'll be okay.
And you, the 100.
They can pay me valim lom.
Yeah.
Boom. Because when I was talking, you weren't listening. So when they give me valim lom, see my broken Zulu, hamba, and I'll be speaking French. It's part of the formula. So that's also another important thing, Sipo, to realize about money. No, everyone was not meant to be rich.
Yeah.
There's always going to be a few.
There'll always be the poor among us.
And then there's going to be a lot of people who work for those few.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is I want a group of people who want to join the few.
Yeah.
I think at one point I was foolishly enough to think that I could change everybody so we're all rich. Then I realized, no. Let's be the first few to enter the land.
Yeah.
And then when we are there, we'll make a plan for the others. But let's get there first.
And I think one guy was saying that in order for, if you think about how the children of Israel were lost for 40 years.
Across the road.
They were not ready mentally to get to where God had promised them. So again, everybody wants to be
They were
wealthy.
angry.
Everybody wants to be.
They were murmuring.
Yeah.
Money and anger, they're not in the same WhatsApp group.
So you need to find that state of mind where your mind can rebuild, rewired.
Yeah,
in order for you to.
So I appreciate your podcast and the things I've been doing now because it helped me rewire my mind. Because I was angry. I was like, I need a job. I want someone to save me. And then I realized, you know what? Let me put it out there what I want to do. Maybe I can save myself.
Yeah.
And I think I'm realizing I actually can save myself. I don't need validation and umulungu to come and
save us with a job.
No. I'll save myself, and when I've done it, I'll show everyone I did it.
So your next point is a call to act. No, not a call to action, but an invitation to a network.
So I said it last time, Sipo. We need to. It's good to watch. You've just wasted time, or not wasted, but you empowered yourself. But let's make these things lead to something.
Yeah.
These parts which we start, but they don't lead anywhere, don't help.
They don't.
We need to have a networking evening or something which shows that we are progressing. We are putting our money where our mouth is. You understand?
How do you want it to work?
I don't know. People might just reply to this thing and we set up a day, we meet.
Okay.
And we're not going to meet 400 of us, by the way. It might be 3 or 4 of you. It's okay. But you need to start somewhere. Every good initiative starts with a few people. Yeah. And the few people are the ones who benefit the most from it as well.
True.
But, we mustn't expect 100,000 likes and 100,000 people fill FNB Stadium.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
We'll be lucky to fill 8 people. But it's better than nothing because to me, it's 8 people who are serious about changing their lives. And those are the ones I'd rather be around than the fame and the fist pumpers.
Yeah.
Who once they finish watching this, they go on TikTok. Yeah. They start watching makeup or dance or watching, just relaxing the mind. And there's nothing wrong with that. Relax your mind.
Yeah.
You need your downtime, but you also need your time where you're plotting and scheming.
Yeah.
What's my next move?
So basically, anyone who's interested, who wants to be part of a network, it's a network you are calling out for to say...
Yeah, I'm saying, look, if you like what I'm saying, join me. I've got my own channel. It's called what? What they don't want you to know about money. What they don't want you to know about money. It's W for what, T for they, D, I don't even know. WTD, what they don't, W. Yeah, you do that. What they don't want you to know about money.
Yeah.
Subscribe. Let's subscribe to all our channels. Let's have a network. And then if I have a business, support my initiatives. That's how I know you are real. You got my back. Yeah. That's how we know we got each other's back, where we're promoting each other and you're not eating alone.
Yeah.
And from there, let's see what comes through. But stop saying tomorrow we'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's do it today. Call to action. Let's do it now. Let's find a way of saying, how can I, enhance Sipo's game? Because I remember Sipo, I met him, he's got this old Merc, and it's a vintage.
Yeah.
It's a vintage or classic, one of the two. But anyway, it's beautiful, okay? And then I said to him, you can have a business and export these things because outside Africa, these things are seriously expensive. So it's as simple as 2 or 3 guys saying, I also like vintage cars. Let's build one car together with Sipo, share the cost, we export it. And then we all eat. And then that's how we now, if Sipo can trust you.
Yeah.
For this thing to come out on air, it's data. It's still money.
Yeah.
You might not just think it's money, but it's money. It's data. It's time.
Yeah. It costs time and petrol.
Yeah. They think we drive with broomsticks.
And I think just on a last point, I think we spoke about the invitation to the network. Now it's obviously a call to action. You've briefly touched on it, so anyone can just get a hold of you.
Get hold of me on social media. Get hold of Sipo.
Yeah.
Let's make something happen. Let's have a drink. Let's have a talk. And if I have a talk and I charge you 100 rand, don't complain. Hey.
Yeah.
Because I need to eat. Nami.
Yeah.
And don't now say, hey, now I'm paying.
Yeah.
Aibo.
But
let's do something.
But they will pay 200 rand to go and dance.
No.
And buy alcohol at 15,000.
Yes.
For a bunch of ladies they don't know anything about.
Or get someone, if you work at SAB, I know you get free crates of beer.
Yeah.
You bring your crates,
Yeah.
and we have our networking evening, and we drink the free beer. It's okay. Let's just do something, guys. Let's stop watching. Let's get off our behinds. COVID is behind us. Let's start doing.
True.
We procrastinate too much.
Absolutely.
I've procrastinated too much, and I've even done a show where I talked about what procrastination does. Gives you gray hairs. Time just moves because it waits for no man.
Yeah.
So after watching this, make something happen.
Yeah. I think it's a strong call to action. No more just talking, no more just watching and liking and subscribing. I think the days of just wanting to be liked, for people to just share.
Angifuni my followers. I want clients and business partners.
Yeah.
Angifuni a million for the what? Do you know that with 1 million people on YouTube, you're only making like 20,000 a month, US. It's a lot of money if you're gonna do it full time.
Yeah.
But to be full time managing 1 million followers, you know how hard it is. You know the people who've got millions.
To get
of
1 million people, you're gonna spend a whole lot of hours as a start.
So I'm for you, the Orania model.
Yeah.
Get 100 cats who are serious about money.
That's true.
That's all we need. Let's be that 100. We close, and we're gonna close it off, guys.
Yeah.
The secrets and the things we're going to discuss for us.
Yeah.
And when we start making money, don't hate on us.
Yeah.
Because the invitation was public and it was made.
I agree. And let me tell you, just from the content I've posted last week, I can tell you that there's at least about 4 or 5 people that have shown a definite interest.
I got 4 or 5 as well, so we've already got 10.
Yeah, I'm in. So yeah, we got 10 people.
We're gonna get into a room. We're gonna find business. We're gonna do it.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
Doesn't take a lot. Somebody's gonna help us. We're gonna be okay. And by the way, if you're someone who's a mlungu, I know you're feeling white guilt and you've been watching this like, hey.
And we're not hating on white people.
No, we're not hating on white people.
Yeah.
All we're saying is, if you're someone who's from an advantaged background and you see potential, invest in us.
Yeah.
Work with us, and on an equal basis.
Yeah.
So if you're that person who has watched this and you know the white guilt is really itching right now, and you're like, no, these guys don't. We have nothing but love, you know, because what your ancestors did, our ancestors let them do it.
Yeah.
So let the ancestors fight.
Yeah.
Okay. We are not our ancestors. We can do business, we can network, and we can build each other's wealth.
Yeah.
And that's how it should be. So if you're watching and you're from a non-black group, don't feel alienated. We're just highlighting our problems because you know they are top of mind.
It's our problems, and if we are not deliberate about discussing
if we don't own our problems, we can't do anything.
Yeah, because for the last 20, 30 years, we've just been seeing black people not focused.
Nah, it's time for us to embrace.
Yeah.
Make peace and just be less angry and more peaceful.
Absolutely. My brother, you have been a superstar. I know, as always, like your advice, your ideas, your thinking, and your experience is just out of this world because it challenges us as black people, not only to just sit and think, "Yo, this guy just challenged us," but to actually now to lead us into action.
Let's do it, guys. Let's just do it.
It can't be talk anymore.
I can't.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I was like, I'm gonna push social media, and I was like, guys, I'm getting 10 followers a day. For me to reach 1 million, I was like, I'll be very old. So I'm now said I just need 100 people who are willing to work with me. We close shop, and the podcast and the stuff on YouTube will also take a chill. Because we will now be working in the trenches. When you're in the trenches, remember, one of the things I also say is have that Shunammite spirit. When you've got that good idea, when it's working, let it work for you first before you go public.
Yeah.
Because so we make noise, and then we go quiet. The next time you hear from us, we'll be owning Conquer, not attending.
Yeah, you'll be seeing things. You'll be seeing flames. All right, so it's a call to action to everybody who's watching, and big ups and thanks to all of you who've indicated to us that you are interested in this sort of content, and let's grow South Africa together, man. Let black people own black power. Let's own our finance. Let's own our banks. So many times that there are organizations that have been talking about owning the Reserve Bank, owning a black bank. It hasn't happened. And it's really just a call to action to all of you to say, let's stand together. KaSizulu, they say, izandla ziyagezana.
Yes.
One hand washes the other. So that's how we do it. All right, we out, man. Thank you so much. Thanks, my brother. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
This has been amazing, man. Amazing.